well, we've gone to Disneyland, but that wasn't a competition.
That's a pretty good road trip.
But they did perform on Main Street, USA, down Disneyland.
Hi, I'm Eddie Browning, longtime resident of Willcox, Arizona, and this is a podcast about the people, places, and things of Willcox, Arizona and the surrounding area. I plan to celebrate the accomplishment of our people as well as celebrate our heritage. It will be a little bit of a sports report, a little bit of a community calendar. A new episode will drop every Wednesday. Hope you can find some time to join us as we walk around Willcox. The logos out front may have changed, but the quality fuel and service has not. Gasoline or diesel for your vehicle, plus sodas and snacks for the driver. Stop by the Chevron at exit 340 and fill her up. They open at 5 a.m. Well, welcome everybody to another edition of the podcast Walking Around Willcox, where we celebrate the people, places, and things of Willcox, Arizona. Today I have some guests in the studio from the Legends Dance Studio. Miss Amy Trusky, the owner, head instructor, bottle washer, everything. And Mia Asmary, our 9-year-old dance star, is going to talk to us today. So, Amy, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. I think it's important that people realize, yep, we're a pretty big softball town. Yep, we play a lot of sports. But, yep, we can have a dance studio too. So, let's talk a little bit. Give me just a tad bit of the history of the studio.
So I know that it was began in 1966 by Betty Worley, and she was a professionally trained dancer. She also traveled at that time. She had a studio here and in Douglas, and she would go around and teach in those areas. And her daughter then took it over when she was 18, which was, or is, Dina Ellis. And so many people know that. They had deep roots here in our community. And Dina Ellis was my dance instructor, and the studio was, at that time, Worley Ellis Dance Studio. And then in 2017 was when I took over the dance studio, and it was Encore at the time, and then now we're Legend. So
it's had a few name changes.
Yeah.
But 1966, and we're still dancing in 2026. Mm-hmm. All I know how to say that is really a cool thing to have for a small community of 3,500 people. So good job. All right. Okay. I think you just said it. When did you buy the studio?
2017. 2017.
All right. And how many, I don't know how to ask this, classes or disciplines, or how many classes are there?
So right now on the schedule, we have 25 classes ranging in age from 2.5 years old. And we open it all the way up to like 18, but I think our oldest student is 16, so.
All right, say that again. The youngest ones are how old?
2.5.
Oh my goodness, I had no idea of that.
I know.
Wow, how cool. All right, so how many kids do you have that are showing up?
So right now we're close to about 80 students, just maybe a little bit over. And that's not including our own children that take, but we have our students. We also have our Elfrida classes done by Cynthia Mortensen, and she does those in the first semester of our school years over there. We call it our Legend Elfrida, and she usually has about 20 students. So we kind of range anywhere from about 80 over just over 100, depending on the time of year. Yeah.
All right. You have kind of two different tracks. You have the recreational, and then there is a competition arm. Talk to me a little bit about the competition arm.
So our competition teams are for those students that really want to develop and really want to focus on just their dance technique and getting those opportunities outside of Willcox where they are exposed to other dancers that spend, 13 hours in their dance studios a week. Some are homeschooled because all they do is dance. And they go to competitions, and they get to take professional classes by professional instructors. And so it's a great opportunity. Sometimes there's judges there that are talent scouts. And so these girls are exposed to that dance life. They also are kind of the performers of the studio. They love to perform, and so we try to give them every opportunity they can to perform.
Very nice. All right, Mia, I'm going to come and talk to you a little bit because my understanding is that you've done both recreational and the competition side. So tell me a little bit about how that competition side affects you. How did you feel about it when you were doing that?
It was fun when we took the classes, and I learned a lot of new skills and a lot of new things.
And you did both solo dances and with a group? So I guess I want to know, I'm going to see if you can inspire me not to be a dancer, but when you're at a competition, like where Safford,
We go to Safford.
go to
Phoenix,
Safford, go to
Tucson.
Scottsdale, Tucson, what is it like when you walk out on the stage and it's just you? What are you thinking about anything in particular, or just trying to remember your steps?
I try to remember my steps, and I'm really nervous, but after I finish my dance and I walk off stage, I feel really good about myself.
All right, I like that. That's a great answer. And I think I forgot here that you also do gymnastics. So that's what, tumbling and what? What are those moves?
It's tumbling and
What's the one where your hands go down, your feet go flying over?
the cartwheel.
Cartwheel, yeah, that's it. So you do cartwheels too? And
Back bends and back walkovers, front walkovers, chest stands.
All right, there's a bunch of them. So is it harder to do gymnastics than dance solo?
I think they're about equal.
About equal, all right.
Yeah.
And do they do gymnastics at competition?
There's a new division, I guess I would call it, and it's acro. And it's kind of really building on gymnastics with dance.
Okay.
So it's fairly new and becoming really big.
Interesting, yeah. So with the students, how many of your students usually go into the competition? So our competition team that's traveling a little bit, how many kids are doing that?
So we try to have a team that's larger than, 5. It just makes it a little bit easier. But we also have a small new group this year. They're like our mini team, and these little dancers are 5 years old, and they are 3. So they're a strong trio. But it fluctuates. Sometimes we've had teams up to 10, and sometimes we've had little teams up to 5. So
5. And remind us, tell us, where do you go to these competitions?
So we'd like to stay local or close as possible to being local, but there are not very many. So we've gone all the way to, we've gone to Disneyland, but that wasn't a competition.
That's a pretty good road trip.
But they did perform on Main Street, USA, down Disneyland. But for competitions, we go to Scottsdale. Most of them are right there in Gilbert area, which are nice. And we go to Safford, and there's one new one in Tucson.
Okay. Very cool. Anyway, with that, we'll take a little break for some commercials, and we'll be right back. Thank you, everybody. AMS Insurance is your partner in agricultural risk management, providing crop insurance solutions for America's farmers and ranchers. The Willcox office is located at 105 North Railview Avenue, or call Patina at 520-507-2220. Well, Amy, I guess we should point out to everybody that Mia had to slip out. So you and I'll kind of finish this up. We've talked about the recreational dance and the competitive dance and the gymnastics. What else have you got going on over there?
So in the last 5 years, we started a competition cheer team. And this is led by our instructor, Bethany Collins. She grew up doing competitive cheer, so she knows the most about it. But it's new. It can only be done in the Phoenix area because that's where the competitions are held. And our girls have continually grown in the area and continually do better because it's a whole different side of competition. It is nothing like our performance team. Yeah, this is a
Interesting.
whole different thing.
How often do you have to go to Phoenix?
So this year we did 3.
3 trips. Wow.
And they, it's a really great organization and a really good competition that they put on.
Now, with all these different disciplines that you have, I'm assuming you don't teach everything.
No.
So you have some other instructors.
Yes, we're very, very lucky to have instructors that put so much into what they do because they love it so much. We have on the dance side that helps. We have Natalia Miles, and she grew up here. We have Lacey Glaspie, who grew up here, and they're on the dance side. And then on the gymnastics side, we have Bethany Collins, and her husband Jacob helps, and which is great because the boys kind of have the role model there. And then we have myself. I go help with the littler classes in gymnastics, but that's pretty much our instruction team here in Willcox.
Cool. Very good. Last thing before we shut this down, you have a recital coming up.
We do. So it's annual, and if you've been coming to them, they've been every year.
Yeah.
Every year since I was 3. We've had this annual dance recital. And so that's on May 30th at 4:00, and it's always been free. So free admission, and it's great. All of our students get to perform on the dance side anyway. And at 2:00, there's a special showcase, and that is just our performance team. They have 12 routines, and so if we put them in our regular show, it would just be...
Makes it long.
It makes it long, and
Yeah.
So we want to highlight them, give them their showcase, and they do perform a few of their dances in the regular recital, but not all of them. So 2:00 showcase, 4:00 regular recital, and we love to have a full audience.
Yeah, be there or be square.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Amy. Please share with me thanks to her for coming in and joining us and kind of talking a little bit about what she does. So appreciate it. Just one more of these things in Willcox, Arizona that makes this a great place to live.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And with that, we'll break for a commercial.
Maid-Rite Feeds opened their doors in 1984 and have been making custom feed ever since. You can shop for the best in farm and ranch supplies in their large retail store, and every Tuesday is known as Senior Discount Day. Heck, you can even buy milk and eggs there. 225 South Railroad Avenue, Willcox, Arizona, or call 520-384-4688.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to Studio 128, home of the Walking Around Willcox podcast. Technical services are being provided by the WTA Creative Services Department. I want to offer a thank you to Amy and Mia for dropping by this morning to share their stories with the Legends Dance Studio and their academy. Moving into the results, our junior high rodeo season is now complete, and I'm sorry to report we did not have any of our cowboys or cowgirls qualify for the Arizona team to go back to the National Junior High Rodeo. But I would like to share with you where our local contestants finished this year, many of them in the top 10. In the barrels, LaRae Graves finished 7th. In the boys' breakaway, Timber Wilson was 9th. Boys' goat tying, Ronnie Graves was 11th. In the ribbon roping on the runner, Lolo Todd was 9th. In the team roping in the healer division, Timber Wilson was 8th. And just a reminder, these are in the top 10 in the state of Arizona, so they really had a fine year. They just didn't make it to the top 4, which we're hoping for next year. Moving to the high school rodeo, they only have one more rodeo left, and it's their finals. And currently, we have 5 kids, as of today, that have made the Arizona team. So they'll be trying to move up or protect their position at their finals rodeo. Little League softball and Little League baseball seasons are finished. The All-Stars have been selected. Their first games are in late June, but All-Star practices have begun. Let's take a quick break for a couple of commercials, and we'll be right back.
Cochise Credit Union received its state charter in 1958, originally to serve the members of SSVEC. Today, Cochise Credit Union provides top quality personal financial services to all of Willcox and the surrounding area. Stop by their brand new office at 580 North Haskell Avenue in Willcox or call 520-384-2822. Need a new place to have lunch? Try the Feed Trough restaurant located inside Willcox Livestock Auction. It's open for business every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then all day on Thursdays. Certainly a unique setting with home-cooked meals. Try it. You'll like it.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Here's what's happening in the near future. On Friday, May 29th is open mic night here at the theater. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, May 29, 30, and 31 is the high school rodeo finals, and they're in Linden up by Sholo. Saturday, May 30th, is the Legends Dance Studios recital at the Willcox High School. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, May 28, 29, and 30, the Heritage Center is open at 1 o'clock till 4 in the Old Palace Saloon on Railroad Avenue. Saturday, June 6th, is the annual meeting for the Cochise Graham Cattle Growers, and they have that over at the Elks Lodge. Sunday, June 21st, is Father's Day, and the Willcox Cowbells want to remind everybody for this year, for Father's Day, beef is what's for dinner. The Willcox Cowbells is an organization that's been around and active in Willcox since 1946. In fact, September 28, 1946, the Willcox Cowbells were organized and established, so this fall will be their 80th anniversary. We'll be right back to go walking around Willcox.
Southern Arizona Steel and Supply, located at 620 North Haskell Avenue here in Willcox, has a backyard full of pipe, tubing, rebar, flat strap, angle iron, and much, much more. There's a retail store full of trailer parts and welding supplies. Call them at 520-766-2869. R&R Pizza is a restaurant that celebrates Willcox, as well as makes great pizzas. Every day they serve a buffet from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., except they are closed on Sunday. Located in the Safeway Plaza, you can dine in, order online, or call ahead and pick it up at the drive-thru window. 520-507-4440.
So today I ventured out into our community and I stopped in at Bear's Vintage Thrift. And here's what I learned. Bear Carmen is a junker. Let me repeat that. Bear Carmen is a junker. In fact, Bear is a third-generation junker. Born and raised in Tucson, Bear got his start selling stuff at the famous Tanque Verde swap meet at age 7, and he has never looked back. It was in 2017 that Bear brought Bear's Vintage Thrift to life. The store is the anchor to many other businesses and ventures that all are related to junk. There is Bear's Auction House on Railroad Avenue, where they have an auction about once a month. He does estate sales when needed. He has a swap meet every Saturday. And then there is the fenced-in yard full of metal art. Being called a junker is a supreme compliment to those in the business. Junking is a valid business that fills a niche in our community. The swap meet brings vendors to town as well as the swap meet shoppers, and the monthly auction is full of bargain hunters. At the auction, to participate, all you need is to get registered, pick up your buyer number,
and start bidding. Bear was comparing what sells in Willcox versus what sells in Tucson. In Tucson, baby clothes and exercise equipment are the best sellers, while in Willcox, shoppers hunt for vintage clothes and DVDs, showing very little interest in baby clothes or exercise equipment. The business hours of Bear's Vintage Thrift are very fluid. The best thing you can do is watch for when all the tables out front are full and stop in. The conversation usually goes something like this. Hi, does this work? How much? Will you take this for it? Sold. Bear said, we are not collectors, we are not antiquers, we are junkers. And if you're not called a junker, you're probably not legit. Bear's Vintage Thrift. As we wrap up this segment, episode number 27 is coming to a close. A shout out to my sponsors, Willcox Cowbells, AMS Insurance, Made Right Feeds, Cochise Credit Union, Willcox Livestock Auction, R&R Pizza, 340 Chevron, Southern Arizona Steel and Supply, and the Willcox Theater and Arts. Next week, my guest will be Lizzie Allred as she talks about the orchestra program here in Willcox. The logos out front may have changed, but the quality fuel and service has not. Gasoline or diesel for your vehicle, plus sodas and snacks for the driver. Stop by the Chevron at exit 340 and fill her up. They open at 5 a.m. AMS Insurance is your partner in agricultural risk management, providing crop insurance solutions for America's farmers and ranchers. The Willcox office is located at 105 North Railview Avenue, or call Patina at 520-507-2220. Made Right Feeds opened their doors in 1984 and have been making custom feed ever since. You can shop for the best in farm and ranch supplies in their large retail store, and every Tuesday is known as Senior Discount Day. Heck, you can even buy milk and eggs there. 225 South Railroad Avenue, Willcox, Arizona, or call 520-384-4688. Cochise Credit Union received its state charter in 1958, originally to serve the members of SSVEC. Today, Cochise Credit Union provides top quality personal financial services to all of Willcox and the surrounding area. Stop by their brand new office at 580 North Haskell Avenue in Willcox or call 520-384-2822. Need a new place to have lunch? Try the Feed Trough restaurant located inside Willcox Livestock Auction. It's open for business every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then all day on Thursdays. Certainly a unique setting with home-cooked meals. Try it. You'll like it. Southern Arizona Steel and Supply, located at 620 North Haskell Avenue here in Willcox, has a backyard full of pipe, tubing, rebar, flat strap, angle iron, and much, much more. There's a retail store full of trailer parts and welding supplies. Call them at 520-766-2869. R&R Pizza is a restaurant that celebrates Willcox, as well as makes great pizzas. Every day they serve a buffet from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., except they are closed on Sunday. Located in the Safeway Plaza, you can dine in, order online, or call ahead and pick it up at the drive-thru window. 520-507-4440.